All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today. We're going to dive into a little bit of a unique look at a future of mobile payments. A lot of what we do on the advocacy group for both PayPal and Braintree is experiment with a lot of new technology that's coming up in the identity space, the payment space, commerce space. We work with a lot of innovative startups that are coming up in the realm of commerce and finance. So we get a chance to experiment with a lot of new things coming out. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at a little bit here today. Kind of a little break on things like hardware, biometrics, and wearables, driving into some more unique looks at the future of what we're going to be working with in mobile payment sphere. So typically when you're looking at payment innovation of today, and really what most of the startups and most of the companies are building around is all around getting you from point A to point B. You have your product, you pay for it. So you have a lot of innovation on how to get a person from that, find a product, and move towards this payment sphere. But that doesn't leave a lot of room for a lot of innovation within this sphere. So there's actually two areas that are very unique in the growth of this over the next couple of years. We've seen this in hardware in the last year, and a lot of the ones that are coming out within 2014 and into 2015. They're building on top of kind of the outward side of this model into two specific groups. So the first one being how devices actually identify you. We have been working off of passwords for a very long time. And we've had a lot of biometric sensors that have been around for quite a while. And they're just starting to be implemented within the mobile sphere, utilizing your mobile device as the center point of identifying you for commerce. And this is exactly what we're going to be looking at, how to move beyond the password sphere, move beyond having a user remember that information and pass it through and do so in a secure fashion, and see how to uniquely identify a person based on some other criteria. And then a lot of other innovation is going on in how you can actually pay for things. What technology is coming out that's allowing you to explore different means of paying, not ever taking out a wallet. Personally, as I travel, I hate having to work with cash. I work in a lot of cash-based societies, done a lot of events out in Russia, for instance, and you don't carry cash and you're going to have a bad time over there. So we have to do a lot of the work based in cash, and personally, I don't like working like that. I like working within countries where I can build out everything within a cashless society. But we're going to see how the world is changing all around digital commerce, and how that digital commerce is changing the way that we pay for things, and how we get there from traditional cash-based societies and moving over towards digital commerce. So the first thing that we're going to look at is how to move there. Because realistically, the innovation is going to happen when this happens. As our entire society moves to a digital cashless society, and we start working with wallet systems, we start working with our digital money, that's where a lot of the innovation can start to build around those two key categories. So we have to really look not only at just what innovation can happen in those categories, but how we actually get there in the first place to enable that type of commerce to happen. So this was a study that was released probably about 6 months ago. It's the evolution of a cashless society, released out of CNN with a couple of backers on that. And for the most part, and to be quite frankly honest with studies like this, you got to take them with a grain of salt. They're not going to be 100% accurate.